All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vato Presents. I am your host, Paul Vato. Today we have a very special guest. We have from Sam's Tailor, Tailor.com. We have Roshan Melwani, third generation proprietor. Let me put all of my links here. If you're just joining us, we are live on Fireside, and Roshan is here. Let me invite him to video. Let me go to video. And we'll wait for a few people to come in. Let me invites. We are live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and not only on my end, but also on Roshan's side.
Streaming on my Instagram and my YouTube.
Wonderful. So tune in.
You can find it at Tailor.
Tune in everywhere. Let me turn off this mic. Second, are you ready, Mr.?
I'm born ready.
Bravo, bravo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Paul Vato, and this is Paul Vato Presents. And today I have the distinct honor of interviewing Mr. Roshan Melwani, who is a tailor. He's in the haberdashery business. He is in Hong Kong, and he runs one of the most prestigious men's clothiers. He makes suits, amazing suits, wonderful suits. I first learned about him on a show called Travel Man with Richard Owwll and John Hamm, and I was just blown away. I mean, obviously John Hamm looks amazing, but what Roshan did with him was bar none one of the finest examples of men's clothing clothiers. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you. And let's meet our guest without further ado, Mr. Roshan Melwani. And please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, first of all, I make women's clothing as well. Lots and lots and lots of women's clothing. I'm not just a men's clothier. If you check out hashtag Sam's Muse, hashtag SAMSMUSE on Instagram, there's over 1,700 unique outfits that I've made for women over the last few years and stuff. So I readily work for women as well. Working with John Hamm was an absolute delight. It was brilliant. It was Channel 4 in the UK that reached out to me, I think sometime in 2017. And said there's a show called Travel Man, and we're coming to Hong Kong. We'd like to film at your shop. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Genuinely, honestly, I am as dumb as they come. All right, I don't know anything or anybody. Okay, I know Joe Biden, I know Tom Brady, etc., etc. You understand what I'm saying? But like, you know, if you ask me who is Richard Owwll, I would not have known then. I just don't have the time. That doesn't mean that I'm stupid and that I don't know what's going on in the world, right? There's a war in Ukraine, etc., etc. I'm a news junkie. I can't stop watching the news and stuff, right? But, you know, off the cuff, who's Richard Owwll? I didn't know. They said we have a very special guest. I'm like, who it is? They're like, we can't tell you yet, but we'll let you know as soon as the date. Is it okay? This is going. The show we do. The show. I don't know how often it was, once a month or whatever. But this is our special show, which is instead of half an hour, it's a 1 hour show, and it will air on Boxing Day. Boxing Day is a very big holiday in the United Kingdom. I don't know if everyone knows that and stuff, but it's a holiday also in all Commonwealth countries, and has been historically. So it was a Boxing Day special, and it's the gift that kept on giving till the pandemic hit. So the show aired on Boxing Day 2017. And I wouldn't say that I was a massive John Hamm fan, but he was huge at the time. And I was a massive John Hamm fan. I gave Mad Men a shot, and yeah, I thought it was cool and whatever. But I just didn't end up having the time at that time to watch it. You're in that situation when you work 7 days a week and you've got 3 little babies. But was I blown away to work with John Hamm? Oh my goodness, I was blown away. And did I make him amazing stuff? Yes, I made amazing stuff. And did I steal that episode? I stole the episode. If you watch the whole episode, I'm the goddamn highlight of the episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody remembers where they went and what they did, okay? The millions of people who watch that show, nobody remembers where they went and what they did, okay? They just remember them coming to Sam's Tailor. It was all about us over here. Now, if you cut the show up and you just feature, from the 50-so-minute show, feature the spots at Sam's. I think we're about 4 minutes something, okay? But that 4 minutes something broken up amongst, I don't know, 3 or 4 different little skits, it completely stole the show. And it was just awesome. And I then, with most of the things that I do, I'm very adaptable and stuff. You reached out to me and you asked me, and I told you, let's do it tomorrow. Immediately, I'm cool, right? I had a gap in my schedule, and I said, let's go for it. I may not have had that gap, but just because I did, I did, and it was cool. I don't really prep for anything, right? I like to go raw with everything in my life. I think that is better for the people who approach me. You know what I'm saying? Like they approach me for a reason. They want me, right? So it's better that I give them me, and not give them some version of me or some rehearsal of me or some preparation of me, and that's basically it. So I was clueless as to who Richard Ayoade was, even though it was in 2017, and Google and YouTube are readily available. I did not bother Googling and YouTubing, and I really had to break the ice with these guys because it was their show. But I was just being me, and I really broke the ice with these guys, and it became our show, and it was pretty awesome.
It really was. And, John Hamm is already a handsome enough looking man. But then the way you elevated that look with what you put him in, what you, as quote unquote, what you like to say, what you gift wrapped him in was amazing. This red velvet suit or coat. And forgive me if I don't know all the correct terminology. My first job,
Well, let's go take a
real
look
job,
at
was
this. Let's go take a look at it so that your audience can actually see what it is that I made here, right?
yeah.
Let's go take a look at it, right? So here he is. Here's Richard and John. I don't know how well you can see it, okay, because I got the camera backwards. There's me and John, okay, and there's a gorgeous red burgundy velvet jacket. I've got a very interesting waistcoat inside. I'll try and nab that fabric and some super cool pants. This is one of the outfits that I made for Richard, which is a pink corduroy suit and a pink Winchester shirt. Just absolutely incredible. And whilst I've got you here, here's Richard. Can you see him? In another corduroy outfit in a yellow shirt. Quite incredible. Okay. Here's me with Imagine Dragons. I've got the camera backwards. I don't know if that works. Here's me with Harry Kane. Harry Kane, the captain of England. Here's me with Meghan Markle, the former Princess of England. Okay. Here's me with John and Richard, okay, in my store. Here's me with, I'm laughing, I'm so sorry, Russell Crowe. And I could go on and on and on and on and on, right? And stuff. I've managed to work with some very, very, very cool people over the years. It's very, very interesting. And sort of the celebrity aspect, the pandemic put paid to that, because in China, we pursue a zero COVID policy, okay, which is a bit unfortunate. If you are a business person over here, you know what I'm saying? So our borders have pretty much have been locked in since February 1st of the year 2000. So well over 2.5 years now and stuff. So it's still it sort of put paid work with celebrities because they just can't come here. In I think it was in 2020, mid 2020, I did a bunch of screen tests for the BBC. Okay, I kept it very, very hush hush, and they wanted to do a tailoring show where I don't know, because the script wasn't written yet, but the premise was how you see that guy Simon Cowell, right? You know what I mean? And he had that music show, American Idol and something, right? And to have me as the Simon Cowell of the show, of a tailoring show and stuff. And I did a bunch of screen tests and all worked out well, but the pandemic got so bad in the United Kingdom at that time that everything was scrapped. Everything was scrapped. I was about to do a show for the European PGA's, which is the Professional Golf Association, right? The Euro PGA's in-house show for the golf tournament that was going to be in Hong Kong, and I was going to work with Henrik Stenson, okay, who's a big name, right? He went on to be Ryder Cup captain and then stripped of Ryder Cup captaincy because he's gone on to live golf, right? Big controversy there. So you show with Henrik Stenson, but then again, everything had to be cancelled. and so forth. Saying that, I still have managed to work very successfully by video with some stars. Now, stars are not uber important to me. Everyone's important to me, right? Everybody's important to me. These are not just words and stuff. You've seen my videos. You can see I have such a great time with my clients. I actually have a stunning time with them. It's just fun, fun, fun. But I have managed to work with, say, Alan Shearer, for example, multiple times. Alan Shearer is the former captain of England, former captain of Newcastle United. He is still the leading scorer in the history of the English Premiership. No one's close to him. He's out by miles. So he's Britain's version of Tom Brady, but in soccer. And he's a pundit on the BBC and Premier League television. So he's still very prevalent to British audiences and to many international audiences as well. So I've done some great work with him by video calls and stuff, where I still have been making him suits. Jason McAteer, former Liverpool player as well. I've made a bunch of stuff over video for him. Daniel Platzman of Imagine Dragons, he's a drummer. I've worked with him a couple of times by video post-pandemic and stuff. So it's slow, not really steady, but life goes on, right? I'm a big believer in power and proximity. If you don't respect what your government wants, then go away. You know what I mean? You don't have to stay here. I'm not one to fight government. I'm not one to fight, right? Other people, other organizations. I need to fight for my clients. I need to fight for myself. I need to fight to make a living and stuff. I don't need to waste my time fighting with my government. If I'm not happy, I have a British passport, I can move to the UK or anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? I've lived in London previously. I've lived in New York previously. I love Australia and New Zealand. I could move there. No, but I'm happy in Hong Kong. So I've got to respect the China mindset, the China value set. And that's pretty much me.
Were you born in Hong Kong, or were you born? Because I know that you are of Indian descent. And again, please correct me if I'm wrong in any of this.
No, you're 100% correct.
But
So
you
I'm
were
born
born
and
in
raised
Hong
in Hong
Kong.
Kong. I'm born and raised in Hong Kong. Okay, and so I am very careful about talking about stuff that predates me. Okay, because when you come from a family like mine, they could just make up anything. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, and their story changes all the time. But I'll tell you the story that I've most consistently heard from my family. Okay, I most consistently hear this story. No, not that I can verify it. Is that my grandfather came out here in 1952 from India and set up Sam's Tailor ultimately in 1957, which is when my father, my uncle, my dad's brother, my aunt, my dad's sister, and my grandmother, my grandfather's wife, came to Hong Kong, my dad's mother. Now, I cannot verify any of that, so I'm not comfortable talking about it. I'm comfortable joking about it, right? For all I know, it could be one big lie. But I know it's an overwhelming fact that I was born in Hong Kong. I've seen my birth certificate. I know which hospital I was born in, and so forth. So I can account for my lifetime of history. If we were to do the math, that means that Sam's Tailor has been around for 65 years. Okay. And that's a pretty long time, right? My grandfather having been here for 70 years, he's passed on now. But my family came here 70 years ago, if we trace it back to my grandfather. Definitely we have been here successfully for my entire lifespan, which unfortunately is very long. I wish I was still a teenager, but with all the hindsight.
100%. If to know then what we know now, we would be crushing it. Are you kidding me? So
Crushing it. Yeah.
that's why I hope that the younger generation actually listens to us, and I try to listen to the older generation because we're all going
I
to
don't
be.
think young people listen to anybody. You know what I mean? It's all me, me, me with young people. You know this. You know how it is. And I think it's insane that the world is catering to them. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. We don't need them if they're so indisciplined. If they're so indisciplined and they need their coffee lounge and they need their vacations and they need their work from home and their 4-day work week and all that stuff, then we don't need them. Okay? You guys in the Western world are pandering to them. Okay? Okay? You know what? Tell them to F off, right? Import people from Asia and Africa. Okay? Who will want to work hard, who believe in the American way of life, the American value set. You guys are allowing yourself to lose the American way because you're pandering to young people. And that's the truth.
It really is. Yeah, it is. So thank you for being so forthright with that.
And you
I
don't
would
have to agree
imagine.
with me. I mean, we can argue about anything. You know what I'm saying? But that's my belief, right? And that laziness, right, is infecting the rest of the world.
And people like us,
My dad is here. You want to say hi? Want to say a quick hello to my father?
yes, I would love to. What's his name?
His name is Manu, and he goes by Sam.
Sam the Tailor. Sam.
You want to come and put your face there?
Manu, how are you, my friend? It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah. So good to talk to you. I wish I have to
Yes,
see you in Hong Kong. You
yes,
don't have.
sir. I can't wait to come visit you. I'm a big
I don't
fan
have
of your
anything to
work.
give to you to come and pick you up.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for gracing us with a little bit of your time, and thank you for lending us your son for a while and letting us stay
Welcome.
in your
Have a
business.
great.
I love my dad, by the way. You don't understand. He wanted me to kiss him. But he's my absolute hero. Listen, I'm everything to. I'm not just saying this, right? Like, we argue all the time. Okay, we fight all the time. We don't agree on anything. He has his own vision for me. I have my own vision for myself. But I mean, I'm a grown man, and the thing is that, dude, without this guy, I'd be nothing. Seriously, you know what I'm saying? He's my foundation in every ways. I'm allowed to be who I am because I have the foundation that he's created for me, and we're going to talk about all of this today.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Did Manu and his father, did they have a similar relationship like you and your father?
Yes,
Like,
they
did
fought
they
all the
disagree
time.
on things?
They fought all the time. My grandfather had his vision for him, and my dad had his own vision for the business. So it's sort of like history repeating itself, but a completely different vision, a completely different trajectory forward.
Nice to talk to you. Huh? Look after
Yes, sir.
yourself. God bless you guys.
It's a pleasure. Bless you.
Good luck
Thank you,
with your
sir.
business and good luck with your radio, all the television program.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
He doesn't make many public appearances anymore. He just got his MBE this year, a Master of the British Empire from the Queen. He's highly decorated. So he got his MBE from the Queen this year. And he was knighted by the King of Belgium in 2007. And then he's a long list of other awards.
Amazing, amazing. And it is funny what you mentioned, history repeating itself, because it always seems to be that way. So I'm wondering if it kind of jumps where your grandfather and your father maybe didn't get along, you and your father don't get along, but how were you and your grandfather? Did you get to spend time
So
with your
he adored
grandfather?
me in every ways, and I adored him. But he passed in '92, right? So I was a mid-teen. Okay, so I mean, and he was sick for 3 years before that. So we were super close till I was 12, right? And then he had a stroke and stuff, and so the relationship was harder to maintain, just because it was all about his health, and then I'm going through growing pains as well. But yeah, I was very close to my grandfather. I was his firstborn grandchild, closest to him. Spent an enormous amount of time with him. He loved me immensely, same way that my father loves my kids and stuff. I would say that I spent more time with my granddad than my dad spends with my kids. However, that doesn't mean my dad doesn't see my kids. He sees my kids virtually every day, fleetingly, for a couple of minutes here and there, not even a couple of minutes, say seconds here and there every day for a hug and a kiss, and then he's done. Me and my granddad saw each other every day, went out together every day, went out to the park every day, went out shopping every day. On the weekends, I'd crash with him. We spent an amazing amount of time together. But I was too young to understand the business. All I knew is that my dad worked with a shitload of celebrities. You don't even understand. Like, I'd walk into my store on any given day and I'd be looking up and there'd just be a sea of people and, every so often a camera crew and stuff. And you can even trace back to Michael Palin's 80 Days Around the World, a very, very, very famous TV series in the late 1980s, 1988. And you'll see, if you go to the Hong Kong episode, you'll see a clip of me in the shop, a very young Roshan, a 11-year-old Roshan. And it's it's the only clip where you see all four of us in the same media. So you've got my grandfather, my father, my uncle, and me. So it's pretty iconic. And that year, so after that was shot in September or so, in October of '88. Then following years when my granddad had a stroke. So it's quite iconic footage. It's one of a kind footage, and it was another thing that was huge for us along our evolution, along our incredible journey. I don't think we've ever gone out and gunned for anything, right? We've just been lucky. We've been honest. I know it's very easy to sit here and say that, but it's the truth, right? We're God-fearing Hindus, right? And we have a great belief in our legacy and our heritage and our value set and our name. and so we're God-fearing Hindus, and we're honest, and we're hardworking, and good stuff comes our way. Bad stuff comes our way as well. There's so many haters out there. Bad stuff didn't come our way before. Just in this open generation, right? It's just crazy where all the global eyes are on us, and it's so easy to trip us up and pour hate on us and screen record shit and cut shit and edit shit and voiceover shit and pass around on us. We live in a very hating time, you know what I mean? Where jealousy has a lot of free tools.
We do. You're 100% right. Before this passes my mind, I love the fact that you kiss your father, and maybe it's
Yes.
a cultural thing, but a lot of times I feel like in the West here, there's this, especially amongst men and family, but because I always used to kiss my dad on the cheek, I'd always kiss my mom on the cheek, and I remember her friends would say like, "Oh, they're only doing that because they're 10 or 11 or 12." Now that 30 years later, I
Mhm.
still kiss my mom. My father, unfortunately, is gone. But to the day he died, if I'd see my dad, I'd always kiss him on the cheek. I love the fact that you show that much love
I,
with your father.
I don't kiss him every day. I would if he'd let me. Even just now, he was pushing me away, right?
Yeah, I
And
saw that.
if we weren't on camera, then he'd be yelling at me and stuff. I don't know why he doesn't like the affection, but he asks my children, all three of them daily, if they don't give him a kiss, he asks for it. You know what I mean? He insists upon it and stuff. So it's their routine. They'll come in, they'll see him in the store for those few seconds, put their arms around him, give him a kiss, and then shoot off and stuff. And that's enough for him. You know what I mean? That's enough for him. That's all he needs. He's always finding ways to gift them stuff in unique and interesting ways. Not necessarily buying them something, but I don't know, like finding interesting things for them. And I wouldn't say that he sits and thinks about it. Sort of like how I say, just dumb luck comes his way, because he's got such a big heart and stuff. So he has he has a lot of love for them. He's put away a lot of cash for them, so they're lucky. So we're all lucky, you know what I mean? And it's good. I'll tell you one thing. I've given my dad everything. My mom left when I was 11. Okay, and my sisters went with her, and I made a very big decision at that time to live with my father, knowing that I didn't have much of a relationship with him anyways because he was always working and stuff. But it's a big decision I made. I don't know how I made it at the age of 11. So I've been with my dad for decades, by his side, day in, day out, every single day, forever. Minus 4 years, 3 years of which I was in New York at NYU, 1 year of which I was working in London. So I've given my dad my all, and I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? It makes me feel amazing.
May I ask you then about, and if you don't want to answer, of course you don't have to, but
Go for it.
about your mother and your sisters. Have you been
Yes.
able to cultivate a relationship with them, or
We have a
do you
great
know them?
relationship. We have a great relationship. There was no broken relationship at any point, right? The breakup was between the two of them, nothing to do with me. Do you understand what I'm saying? I was 11. I have to live my life, and I've always lived my life. I've always had a great relationship with my mom. I still speak with her intermittently. I always had a great relationship with my sister. Of course, you have ups and downs with siblings and so forth and stuff. One is married in San Francisco and has two children. One is married in Malawi, which is in Africa, and has three children. My mom is now in Luxembourg. She just recently wrote a book. She recently published a book. Let me show you a copy. Here it is. It's called Seva, The Art of Service. There she is on the back. Very beautiful woman still. She lives in Luxembourg now, having lived in San Francisco for a couple of decades. I have a great relationship with all of them. I speak to my mom more often than my sisters. I'm busy. So before I had kids, I spoke to my mom a lot. Okay, and I spoke to my sisters a lot. And this is before video, right? So it was all paid long distance. Okay, especially to my mom. We paid big bills for long distance and stuff. But now, when I have to, when I need to, when I suddenly have the time, when it's birthdays and stuff. So because I'm a busy guy, I got my own family, I got my own life, I got my own children. They do as well. I don't have the time to make that effort anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're always welcome here, but I'm a very, very busy guy, and they understand that. But we have a close enough relationship that it's sort of pause play, right? You know what I mean? Like we don't see each other, but it's just like hitting the play button. I mean, we don't speak to each other, but it's just like hitting the play button.
Wonderful, wonderful. I just thought I would ask because all this always fascinates me, whether it's culture and family and the culture clash of an Indian family that now for example, your sister lives in Africa, and I know that there are a lot of Indians that do live in Africa and are born in. They're
Indians
African.
everywhere, my brother. We're 1.3 billion in India alone, and then hundreds of millions outside of India. Um, I say that with my voice raises because, of course, I'm proud. Um, it's just they're probably not registered as Indians because I've never had an Indian passport, right? I had a Hong Kong. I've always had a British passport, some form of a British passport, because I was born in Hong Kong and we were a British colony. So originally I had a HKBDTC or something like a BDTC passport, a British dependent territory citizen, okay? And then I had a BNO passport, a British national overseas passport, and now I have a full British passport. Have had so since 1997, I believe, a full British passport and stuff. So even I've never had an Indian passport, right? So there's so many Indians like me around the world that have never had Indian citizenship, right? But there's so many of us. There's so many of us everywhere. We've penetrated everywhere and stuff, and we have a great story. Our country itself is not a melting pot like the United States, which has its own glorious and storied history, right? But our penetration, the export of our population has been just magnanimous in every ways.
Is it true that there are more English speakers in India than anywhere else in the world, including like the United
I
States?
believe that to be true. I've said that many, many times. Simple math does the work. Generally, most Indians that you meet, pretty much anywhere, okay, speak English, right? It's the universal second language of India, right? When you land in India, pretty much regardless where you land, about half the people will be speaking English. Not everybody, okay, but a lot. And as every day goes by, more and more. Okay, we've got American pop culture to thank for that. Okay, for example. However, this goes back decades, right? This goes back decades. It's not a recent phenomenon. So the fact that we have 1.3 billion people in India, okay, and you know what I'm saying, outside of that, the next largest speaking English population, I believe, is the United States. I'm not sure. I really don't know. But even if you take 50% of that, right, that's still 650 million people speaking English, right? It still dwarfs anybody. If you shave something off that, say 500 million people, right? It still dwarfs anybody. You shave another 100 million people off that, it still dwarfs anybody. I'm not sure, but I definitely strongly believe, and I'm sure Google will confirm this, that there's more people speak English in India than anywhere else.
Amazing. Yeah, once you explain it that way, it makes total sense. Now, do you speak other languages? Obviously, you speak English. Did
So I
you? Do
speak
you speak?
English is my mother tongue, right?
What is?
And then I speak a bit of Cantonese, Hindi, Sindhi, and French. Very little French now because I hardly get to use it. Now, when I was born, we were a British colony, okay, and it was very important to my parents at the time that I get into a great British school, okay, and so much to my chagrin back then and now, they spoke with my grandparents and on both sides, and they made sure that I had zero influence of any other language besides English. Okay, up until the age of 5, so I'd pass the interviews and I'd get in. So it's very, very difficult then to learn other languages. Okay, when you're already past the age of 5, you know this, right? Then you're in school, and then everybody else speaks English and so forth. And really, we lived in Hong Kong, which was a British colony at the time, and there wasn't really need to speak other languages. That didn't mean that I didn't pick up a bit of Hindi, a bit of Sindhi, a bit of Cantonese over the years. But then I moved away to New York, and I was there for 3 years, and I was in London for a year. But I've really learned a lot of Cantonese, Hindi, and Sindhi just on the job, whilst I've been working here at Sam's Tailor, which has been 23 years now.
Amazing. That's wonderful. Any Spanish by chance? I know that there's.
Just un, dos, tres, and that's it. I'm done. We can thank Ricky Martin for that.
Before I forget, let's tell people where they can find you. Let's give out your social media. Let's give out your website. And while you do that, I'm going to straighten this book that's bothering me behind me.
Okay.
But yes, please let people know where.
First thing that came out. So that's samstailor.com, samstailor.com. What came out after the World Wide Web? Was it Facebook, where Sam's Tailor? What came out after Facebook? Was it YouTube, where Sam's Tailor? What came after YouTube? Was it LinkedIn? Sam's Tailor, Instagram, Sam's Tailor everywhere. SAMSTAILOR. I'm the easiest guy to find, and I stream every single day on Insta without fail.
That I wanted to ask you about that. you do that so passionately, and you do it every day
Yeah.
at 10 is it 10 a.m. Hong Kong time that you
In Hong
normally.
Kong time, which is currently 10 p.m. Eastern time, 3 a.m. London.
Wonderful. Now, let's maybe talk a little bit about business. If I wanted to get a suit, now I am, I like to say I'm a POS, a person of size, to not insult fat people. Um, would I just send you my measurements and then we can do this over online like this? Because I've seen you interview people that are coming, that want your product. Today or yesterday, maybe it was this morning, you were with a guy from Texas, and you're making him a suit, and you're going through the books, you're going through the material. I want to learn about gauntlet cuffs. I didn't know that there was such a thing. I mean, there's all these things. And then what's 4D? I know I'm asking a lot of questions here, but I guess the first question is, am I able to send you my measurements? I know that I can go to your website and then place an order type of a thing?
Okay, so let me answer you conclusively. Okay, so it's irrelevant if we never meet each other. Okay, so many of my clients nowadays I've never met in person. So many of my great clients I've never met in person. Okay, these are measurement form on my website, which I put together in the year 2000 when I built my website. Okay, and it has not changed in 23 years. Okay, the way we interpret measurements has changed. It's irrelevant who measures you. Your mother, father, brother, sister, spouse, partner, roommate, neighbor, friend can measure you. Okay, I will be able to interpret what gets sent over. Okay, measuring it's especially to Americans is a very sort of metric and solid thing, and they get all nervy and jumpy about it. Okay, it's not a science, right? I need my client vested first, and first and foremost, they need to measure themselves so I can get an understanding of what their body is, right? I ask for much more details afterwards. Okay, but that's very very simple because we have WhatsApp now, and we have iPhones, and we can just shoot photos to each other and talk on video. It's very very easy. I have a lot of fabrics on a fabric site that I have, which you can you get access to after you pay, and stuff. It's a private site, and there's thousands and thousands of fabrics, which you can view on that site. You don't just need to pick and choose. Once you pay into the process, we're there to guide you, lead you, consult for you, and all of this is completely transparent. I do this every day on a live stream. I consult with clients that I've never met before. They've sent me their measurements. I present their final product to them, and everybody can see. And then I post the live stream to my Insta afterwards. I want to run a very transparent operation, very, 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 very transparent operation. There's nothing hidden. What is a gauntlet cuff was your next question.
I think so, yeah.
So a gauntlet cuff is a cuff on the end of a jacket, very much like a French cuff on the end of a shirt. You don't need to have it, okay? But you can if you want to. And I like to put gauntlet cuffs on my suit jackets. It's part of my signature style. Am I the inventor of it? No. 100% I'm not the inventor of it. Okay, but I think it's super cool, and Daniel Craig and James Bond wears it, so why not? What is the 4D fit? For decades and decades and decades, tailors, okay, were way ahead of Off the Rack because they had the 3D fit. Okay, the wasting to the jacket and everything off the rack was a bloody box and looked like jackass shit. Okay, Off the Rack has caught up a lot in the last decade, and they've gotten the 3D fit. What do I offer? I offer the 4D fit, where everything is just stuck to you. Okay, it's called gift wrapping. You can still do anything you want in the suit. Okay, I've done videos where I'm lifting giant water balls over my head. I've done videos where I'm squatting. I've done videos where I'm squatting and lifting giant water balls over my head. I don't think anybody on the planet can do this yet. And my clients and my videos will attest to this, is that I can create a 4D fit suit for you that is just glued to you, but you can still do anything in it. You can do anything you want in it. And I'm the master of the 4D fit. Now, I'm not saying nobody else can do it, but if they're doing it, they're being pretty secretive about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be a dick here, right? I'm not showing off and stuff. My job is not to say that, hey, I'm the best tailor in the world. And I definitely don't think that, okay? All right? I don't think that at all. I think there's so many people out there better than me. All right? and power to them, and God bless them. And I get so much hate. Somebody sent me some hate this morning, saying that I'm full of shit and I'm just all words, and that everybody else out there can do what I do. I'm just the one barking about it. I'm like, so what am I supposed to fucking do? Just shut the fuck up and starve? You know what I mean? Like you're a better artisan than me. You're a better artist than me. You're a better clothier than me. You're a better worker than me. Great. You know what I mean? And you're working, your client's happy for you, right? But if I've got a big mouth, what's your problem, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how do I find? I can't afford to pay Tiger Woods to wear my suits. I can't afford to put up a giant LeBron billboard to advertise my suits. I can't sell them for $650 US cent. You know what I'm saying? I got to find a way to reach people, and I got to find a way that whilst I'm still vibrant, to solidify my legacy, right? And stuff. And I use the free media that's out there. And if people like me, great, they can enjoy watching me. People hate me, they can enjoy watching me as well. Everybody seems to be enjoying watching me. It's not like they turn off, right? It's either they watch silently, they flood me with compliments, or they flood me with hate. But everybody's watching, right?
As
The
long as they're
message,
watching, as
as
long as
long as
they're
they're watching,
watching and
right?
doing commentary, I
Right. And
mean,
if you don't like my stuff, you don't need to buy it, right? I'm not there forcing people to buy. The government's not there forcing people to buy. The army's not coming out and holding a gun to you and say, you got to buy this guy's stuff or watch this guy, right? I'm just doing what I do. Everybody's different, right? I'm not making up my own language. I don't speak in Ebonics or whatever other fucking bullshit languages they are, or anything, and stuff. I'm just speaking normal English and being a normal person and putting out content there, okay, with the permission of my clients. Not everybody shoots a video with me. Not everybody's comfortable and stuff. And I'm just having fun. And that's basically, if you like my stuff, great. You don't like my stuff, no issues whatsoever. I don't force anyone to buy from me, nor do I force anyone to wear my signature style. Okay, I put up a video this morning, and when I said, "Oh, great client of mine here," this is probably the third or fourth video I've done with this guy and stuff, but very basic fit today, and that's pretty much it. But how could I not do a video with him when he's done about 2 or 3 videos with me before, and he's such a great client of mine? You know what I'm saying? Not everybody wants a 4D fit. Not everybody wants Roshan Melwani couture. Not everybody wants my signature details. They're out there, and they're ever evolving, and there's an absolute buffet full of them. Okay, but yeah, I mean, we want to make dynamic stuff for people. We want to dress people. We want them to feel amazing, right? I genuinely want people to feel amazing. I don't force anyone to buy, but let's talk more than that. I don't force anyone to pick a particular style or fabric or look or whatever. I educate people. Okay, I'm not there to dictate. I'm there to educate and create. Okay, I delve into people's minds and I fish out what their vision is, and then I bring their vision to life, and that's what I do.
and you do it very well. Speaking of making people feel good, uh, you tend to be a little handsy. I'm going to be very honest with you. For those
Yeah, go
that
for
are
it.
not familiar, and I don't mean to insult you in any way, but
Not at all.
but I think part of that is you really make people feel really, really good about themselves, as in calling, no offense to anyone, an average looking man going like, oh my God, like this guy's a model. And your suit does elevate that status and the way people stand. As soon as they hear that, you can almost see them pop, and get a little bit more excited. But you really, it could be, I don't even know how to describe it, but you really put your hands on people. Have you ever had trouble with that? Or has
I only put
everyone?
my hands on the guys. I never touch the ladies.
Correct. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm very old fashioned. You know what I mean? I open doors for women. You know what I'm saying? I pay bills for women. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I think women are amazing. I think they're above me. You know what I mean? They give birth. They gave birth to my children. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? One gave birth to me and stuff. But I'm very old fashioned, and I won't touch a girl without her permission, right? And stuff. And I generally don't put my hands on women in the videos. If you take a look.
You know what? I should have started with that. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
And you also make sure that
The guys, it's all
great
fun.
team.
The guys, it's all fun and banter. Do
Mhm.
you understand what I'm saying? Thank God for us and for the rest of the world that we don't have your lunatic rules in the United States. Do you understand what I'm saying? The rest of the world, including Canada and Mexico, your close neighbors, understand what humor and banter parody, satire, having a good time. They understand all of that. They're not, carrying fucking guns and ready to fuck you up in a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? In your pussy convention sort of world that you got going on there. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be a dick. I'm not anti-American. I love America. You know what I mean? I grew up on the American way. I still buy into that whole American way of life. Get on the train, go to work hard, come home, buy a house. You know what I'm saying? Get a mortgage. I love all that and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think the handsy stuff is just us having fun. Me and my clients having fun. Me telling them they're handsome. Me, you know what I mean? Me showing the audience as well that how close it's stuck fit the suit to them, and how with the jacket off they could be all lumpy and frumpy, but with the jacket on, oh my goodness, they are just their version of Daniel Craig. You get what I'm saying? We're having fun. I have a large number of clients, obviously. Okay, I'm only posting one video a day. I'm really only doing one video a day with a client. You know what I'm saying? I'm not making videos with everybody and stuff. And it's just close clients, and we're having fun, and we just want to. You know what I mean? It's sort of an index, a digit, an arm of me. You know what I mean? Just my parody, my humor, my fun. It's a relaxed place to shop. You don't have to come to Sam Sailor and make a video with me. Of course not. You don't have to come to Sam Sailor and even work with me. I've got so many employees. You know what I'm saying? I would say that you're lucky if you come here and you work with me. I would say that, obviously, because I feel that way. I would also say that if you didn't work for me, then lucky for me. I got my own problems. I don't want to work with everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I openly tell people, look, I have a big team. Okay, are you sure you want to work with me? I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Okay, and stuff. But the videos are also great. The videos are a way to demonstrate to people what my character is. That I'm very no nonsense. Okay, I'm very transparent and very no nonsense. I'm not the Rosewood Hotel or the Ritz-Carlton and stuff. That doesn't mean I can't make you a Rosewood-esque, Ritz-Carlton-esque suit. But I'm not a Rosewood or Ritz-Carlton. I care about my clients. I genuinely do. If they've paid me, you know what I mean? I take money up front, okay? I take cash first, and then I'll start to create. And I will create something incredible for you, and I'll work with you till you are happy, okay? But somebody messages me or someone sends us an inquiry. Hi, I'd like to make a suit. I go, great. Where are you located? You mean I like transparency? They have no profile picture. They have no fucking followers. Nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? They don't have a single post. They just, the assholes, right? They don't want to put out. They just want to take. You'll notice people who have a profile picture, who have posts, who have content. You know what I mean? They're much better people than the people who don't have anything. Okay, those are the haters. All right. And stuff. He's like, I'm like, where are you? Are you in Hong Kong? Yes, I'm in Hong Kong. Great. When would you like your suit? Today's Thursday, right? So this is yesterday night. Friday evening. I said, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what nonsense are you talking to me? They're like, why? It's a valid question. I was like, you fucking stupid. Don't waste my time. Straight away, I tell them, right? Like, you're talking nonsense to me. I didn't use the F word, right? I said, you're talking nonsense to me. Don't talk nonsense. They're like, what do you mean? I said, how will I make a suit by Friday? Today is Wednesday. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry, this, that. No, there's no rush. How long do you need? Do you know what I mean? Like, people talk a lot of garbage and stuff, right? My videos are a way of filtering that out, all right? When email was invented, and I started working here in the year 2000, Jesus, all I'd be doing was replying hundreds of emails every day, okay, as the world was opened up by email, okay? Hundreds of emails. My videos, okay, my live streams, right? Now listen, I've always told my staff and my father, I said, you know what? You post the videos. You do the videos. I'll record you. You be the face of the franchise. I don't need to be the face of the franchise, okay? I tell my staff, I tell my father, you be on the live streams. I don't need to be the face of the franchise, so let's mix it up and stuff. Nobody has the balls to do it, but my videos are a great filter to give a person an idea of what we're doing, what we're capable of, how we are. Okay? Now, I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but you need some sort of filter. I'm not, and my father wants to be a catch-all for everyone. Okay? I want to create great stuff. Okay? I don't want to make a shitty student suit. That doesn't mean I can't make one, right? Okay, only to be criticized on TripAdvisor later and stuff. I want to make great stuff, and I want to be realistic, and I want to be open, and I want to be honest, and I want to have fun, right? And I like the idea of social media very much. Okay, Google gets shat on, Facebook gets shat on. Why? Shame on the people who shit on them. They pay so much tax, which helps governments and countries so much, number one. Number two, they're a free service provider for every human on the planet. Okay. And at the very least, they're a free Google itself, Facebook itself, right? And all the stuff that Facebook owns is a free library for everyone. You can store your content with them and retrieve it anytime and choose who watches it, who gets to see it as well. And you know what I mean? At not even the click of a button, at the ticking of boxes. You know what I mean? With your finger, you don't even need a fucking mouse anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're such great companies. They do so much for the world, and I want to use what they have, which is this free space to store my life. So my dad has all these photos of him and John McEnroe and Boris Becker and Stefan Edberg and Pete Sampras. Okay, well, I'm just using tennis players. He's got Margaret Thatcher. He's got Boris Johnson. You know what I mean? There's Tony Blair, John Major. That's 4 British prime ministers. Oh my goodness. I've got what I do every day. I'm looking at a photo of me and my dad and David Bowie right now. It's just insane. Okay, it's just nutty. I mean, there's so much here. I think we should take a break. Okay, and we're going to. Everybody, can you come and help? We're going to look at some photos. Okay, for your audience. We'll start in the office. Can someone? Okay, we're going to look at some photos for your audience. Not me, photos. Goodness me. Let's take a quick. Let me turn this camera around. Okay.
Perfect.
Let's take a look at some photos on the wall. Okay, I think that'd be a good interlude, real quick, so you can understand what I'm saying. Okay. And so forth.
Wow. Yeah, bravo. Amazing. I love your wall of fame there. There's just so much. I mean, everything from celebrities to politicians, British, American, cricket players, soccer, maybe, I guess you guys say football. That is amazing. Bravo. Wow. It doesn't end. It's endless. For those folks that are not here live on Fireside, Roshan is showing us photos of all the celebrities that they have interacted with over the years. Himself, his father, maybe even his grandfather. So there's this long history at Sam's Tailor in Hong Kong. And Chris, one of our listeners here, somebody that was live here on Fireside, tried to send me a photo of a shirt that Sam's Tailor made for her husband when he was in Hong Kong. Apparently, he loves it. So, folks, yeah, thank you, especially those of you that are here live on Fireside. But we are also streaming to YouTube.
There was no fucking need to. Sorry, thank you. We good? Here we are. So you like those photos?
I love them. It makes me feel bad for not taking more photos of my, celebrity friends when they'd come to visit me at my cigar shop. If I had to do it all over again, I would do it like you. Of course, social media, sometimes when you're busy running a business, other aspects suffer. Now that I have more time, I've plenty of time for social media. But
Yeah.
when we were closed for 3.5 months, 4 months, that's when I was like, wow, I found the importance of social media, to use social media not as a consumer but as a content creator, and you are killing it. Maybe we should talk about your recent.
No, I want to finish answering the question first.
Yes, please.
Okay? Yeah,
Please.
because it's an important question, right? And stuff, and you know what I mean? Like I always think about stuff. Now, look, I talked about a filter. Okay, look, I want people to understand the type of organization they are and who's at its helm. Okay, and you know, if people have a problem with me, then it's great because then they don't have to come here. But it's better they know who the guy is before they show up. Okay? And if they are that stupid, okay, Paul, if they are that stupid that they can't see through the videos, right? Then I don't want them here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like so that's why me and my dad work great together because he just wants everybody. He wants us to be McDonald's, and he wants and McDonald's is awesome. You know what I mean? I was listening to a podcast last night where they talk about how much it costs to buy a McDonald's franchise, to start a McDonald's franchise, and the profits and stuff, right? And when I was a kid, I used to dream of like owning a McDonald's. I thought it was amazing, right? Idea and stuff. But anyway, so my dad just wants a McDonald's. He wants to make you blue, black, gray, and he wants you out the door. Okay, so we work great together. Okay, well, we got two, polarizing mentalities, two striking different ways of doing things, but we're both passionate, just in different ways. My attitude, my behavior, it makes a great filter because I don't want I don't want idiots coming here. We came from we are a former colony and stuff, right? And a lot of people return with that colonial mentality. We don't want to deal with that anymore. Okay, we don't want anyone who has colonial mentality. You get what I'm saying? There's lots and lots and lots of little things, but moreover, listen. Let me tell you something. Okay. Am I not an interviewer's dream? Any sort of interviewer, right? You don't need to guide me, lead me, get me to open up, this, that, okay? Whoever you are, you're Paul Vato, you're the BBC, I've done so much work with them, you're CNN, I've done so much work with them. Am I not an interviewer's dream?
You are. You really are.
Like, I
Absolutely.
can talk about anything. You want to talk about Ukraine? You want to talk about Belt and Road in China? You know what I'm saying? I can talk about anything at any given time. You want to talk about how we run an organization, how you manage employees. You want to talk about fatherhood. You want to talk about sports. Gosh, I can talk about anything, right? You hear what I'm saying? And it's better people understand that, right? It's better people understand who they're working with, how they, the level of intelligence a person has. And if people come to me all the time, okay? There's two types of people. One will come and say, gosh, you do all your social media yourself? Or more like, who do you pay to do your social media? I said, pay? Who does my social? I said, I do everything like a dog. I work like a dog. I get up every day at 4:30 and I work like a dog and I do everything myself. Why would I? And then you've got the other side where you've got people pitching to you. I have a social media company. We'll do this, that, and that for you. Ultimately, they'll give the work to some disinterested Chinese girl who they're paying $2,500 a month. Okay, who will be there with them for 2 months and then move on to something else. Why the fuck would I pay anyone to do what I can do myself so religiously, in such a devoted manner, okay? And it's all me. It's all quick and dirty. I learned the term quick and dirty from somebody. Quick and dirty means just doing it off your iPhone and posting it, unedited, okay? I learned that term just in the last 12 months and stuff. And, when someone told me, I love your videos, they're quick and dirty, I'm like, what the fuck are you saying? What's dirty? I don't like that word, right? Dirty is a dirty word, right? And then he explained himself, right? And I said, okay, awesome. And I'm glad that, I'm appreciated that way. And I put it everywhere. I put it on LinkedIn, or 2 LinkedIns, 2 Facebooks, 2 Facebook feeds, 2 LinkedIn feeds, Facebook stories, Facebook reels, Instagram feed, Instagram stories, YouTube, put photos on Yelp, put photos on TripAdvisor, put videos on Twitter, put videos and photo on Google. I do it all. You know what I mean? I do it all myself, and I allow the world to see me, and I use the free tools available to me to allow the world to see me, because I'm trying to carve something out myself. I don't want to carve out messages. Hi, I'm Roshan. Come to Sam's Tailor. I will make you a great suit. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So I have my own way of getting people's attention. Am I doing this for attention seeking? I don't know. I don't think so. Right? That's not how it started. If you scroll way back and started looking at my videos, it was really just talking about the suit. It was first a client saying something. Then I realized that not every client is like me, and they can't really speak. They sound like shit, and then the video is off-putting. So I took over speaking, and then just look at the guy's ass is just like a recent thing. You know what I'm saying? And stuff. And I threw in kissing a guy kissing my cheek, I kissing a guy's cheek. We'll throw in some other fucking stuff. You know what I mean? There's been spanking. You know what I mean? There's been squatting. We do a lot of squatting in videos. You know what I mean? Squat down with me and stuff. The squatting doesn't get the attention. The spanking does, which shows you. It shows you the viewership, the mentality of the regular viewer. Do you understand what I'm saying? It doesn't show you my mentality because I'm doing everything. I'm spinning girls round. I am I don't know what it's called, but you bow them over, you lean them over and stuff. I'm doing all sorts of eccentric stuff, elegant stuff, nice stuff, cool stuff. I have videos with presidents of the United States. You know what I mean? If you go way back, I've been fortunate enough to work with Bill Clinton and both President Bushes. Do you understand what I'm saying? The ass stuff gets people's attention just because that shows you the type of person, right? You shouldn't be focused on me then. You should be focused on the degenerate's attention that it gets. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just having fun. In this morning's video, there was not much about ass or anything. In tomorrow's video, they made me nothing about asses. When we work with women, we don't talk much about asses and stuff. We're just having fun, and I'm moody. You know what I mean? I'm very moody. I've gone through different moods during this call. You know what I'm saying? My mood changes when my bladder fills. I drink a lot of fucking water every day. I've already drank 3 liters. You understand what I'm saying? And stuff. So it is just me. And you don't have to work with me, and you don't have to have my insight. You don't have to have anything of me. And there's many times when I'm picking suits of walls on a live stream, I'm like, what the fuck? Who made this piece of shit? It's an embarrassment, the suit. And long before there was social media, and long before there was streaming and there was videos, long before there was Facebook, right? I would be in situations where my dad and uncle would yell at me. This is early on in my career, because our store would be so packed, right? And we'd have clients side by side, and my client would have a peak lapel and a single button jacket and slanty pockets and a fancy lining. And the clients on either side of me would just have a 2-button jacket with 2 vents and a notch lapel and no lining and straight pockets and no stitching. And then they would complain, hey, how come this guy got this, right? And then we have a store full of complaints because they were not asked this by the consultants. Because this wasn't trickled down to the consultants by my father and uncle. But instead of yelling the consultants are not serving the clients, and this still happens till today, right? The consultants are lazy and they churn out bullshit. Instead of yelling at the consultants, I'll get yelled at, oh, you spoil the clients, you spoil the clients, you spoil the clients. Spoil the clients means I give them too much. I'm like, listen, I'm a giver. And if you talk to any of the clients that I work with, I give and give and give. And if you are a detective and if you are a researcher and you watch all my live streams every single day, you go back and watch them, they're all posted on Insta, you will see how much I give my clients. I don't need a reward or a pat on the back or a medal. I am already rewarded to be able to work with them. You have to understand, my clients, they send me money from halfway around the world, cash into my account before I will even engage with them, right? So it's better, you know what I'm saying? Like someone emailed me, a past client, hey, I'm ready for another suit. Can you send me some styles? I'm going to send you some styles. Just look at my Instagram, bro. Everything is there. Tell me what you like, and we'll pick up from there and stuff. I'm going to say what? I'm going to say, hey, I like this blue suit, and you're going to, by email, and you're going to email me some bullshit back and stuff. So there's another facet to what I'm putting out there, is that it's the ability, forget the dialogue, okay? Forget the dialogue. Look at the suit. You can mute it. You don't have to watch the video and hear me speak. But I'm still describing the suit. You can see the fabric, the attributes, the fit, the lining inside, everything. But even more than that, you look at my Insta. You see every color of man and woman, every size of man and woman, every age of man and woman, and every type of male and female outfit there is. And they're all happy. They're all fucking happy. So when you say that I use social media well, could I use it better? I can run faster. I can be a better dad. I can be a better lover. I can be a better human. I can be a better citizen. I can be a better everything. Okay? But I think I do pretty goddamn well. And I'm having fun doing it. We all want to have fun, right? You have all these fucking kids, assholes. I want to have my coffee hour. Google, build me a lounge. Facebook, build me a kitchen. And then it trickles down to all these other companies and they're so demanding this, that. I make fun for myself. I got no lounge, no kitchen, no this, no that. I just got a hard ass father and a bunch of dick tailors and a bunch of asshole fucking consultants who come to work late every fucking day. This is documented on the live streams every fucking day. What time they come in, and a father uncle leave me hanging here without an oar, a paddle up a fucking river. But I'm doing it, right, and I'm having fun doing it. I'm having fun doing it. There's no goddamn mask. Yeah, I'm great. I wake up 4:30 like Tarzan, like Rambo, like Rocky. Okay, there we go.
Amazing,
Right?
amazing. Speaking of Tarzan, and this is probably not a great question, but what are Tarzan buttons? Is that something?
Tarzan cuff, I will show you. Give me Tarzan cuff. Come on. See, they're sleeping on the job. They can hear you, right? And this happens in the live
They
stream
should
every
be
day.
all over it,
They're
right?
supposed to be awake, right? You're asking a question, yet I still have to reiterate your question and ask them, give me a Tarzan cuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they're fucking sleeping. They're sleeping on the job. Here is an example of a Tarzan cuff, okay? Where it goes bang, 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 boom, pow. Bang, 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 boom, pow. The Tarzan is the pow on the end, where this is our invention, okay? And anybody can dispute me, it doesn't matter, okay? Where we do the last button as the giant button. You don't have to do it. Give me another example. You don't have to do it, but we have invented the Tarzan cuff like a lot of other things, okay? We don't patent anything. I have been told by family members and friends for so many times over the years saying that, aren't you afraid? You're so open, you're so transparent that people will copy you. And I said, I want to be open and transparent. I want to be the Elon Musk of suits. By the time anyone is done copying me, I've already evolved to the next stage. I have the ever-evolving buffet of style attributes. Okay? The ever-evolving. It is not forced evolution. It is not planned evolution. It is stumbled upon evolution. Here's another example of a Tarzan. Bang, bang, boom, boom. Okay? The Tarzan cuff was born with one big button. That also has evolved. Okay? There's so much evolution, and that's great with our videos as well, and that's great with our live streams as well, because everybody gets to see. Everybody gets to see. Now, if you want to be transparent and you want people to watch, then you need to be enigmatic and you need to be alluring. Okay? All right? And stuff. And I need to be enigmatic and I need to be alluring and I need to be myself. Otherwise, I cannot do what I do day in, day out. Okay? Just read it from a sheet and present a suit. No, I mean, you can't, you kill yourself if you do that, right? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what mood I'm in. I do splits in my videos and stuff. I've done handstands in my videos. That doesn't get any attention. It's just the ass grabbing.
The ass grabbing gets a lot of attention because I think nowadays, and it kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier, this, forgive me, this pussy mentality where, oh my God, I can't believe
boundaries in your country, right? The lawsuit, pussy, don't grope me sort of mentality. We, like I said, including your neighbors, Canada and Mexico, right? It's just you guys, okay? It's just here. We have fun, you know what I mean? we can be touchy, we're cool, we're chill. I wouldn't just touch anybody, right? You always have to have a relationship with someone. And they know what's coming. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they want to be, you think people don't want to be a part of my videos? You think people don't want to be? They don't want that attention? They don't accept my invitation to collaborate? They don't read posts to their stories and stuff? Do you understand what I'm saying? And I'm not shooting a video with everybody. We're just having a good time. You know what I mean? We're normal people having a good time. We're not bound by the lawsuit mentality that you guys are bound by, okay? You know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? It started with all that whiplash bullshit that you'd see in 1980s TV shows and sitcoms with the fake whiplash sort of fucking thing. Bullshit. It started from there with ambulance chaser lawyers encouraging people, and then you built up your entire 4 decades, 5 decades now worth of life. That is your culture now, right? And built on that foundation is the pussy mentality. Give me my coffee lounge and my 4-day week and my work from home. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it's not like that in the rest of the world, brother. It isn't. You guys need to open up your eyes and see. We're not pissing on you. We love Tom Brady. You guys piss on your heroes. You piss on Lance Armstrong. You piss on fucking Michael Phelps. We'll take him here in China. We love Lance.
Sure.
We love Barry Bonds. We love Mark McGuire. You guys are the ones who take down your heroes. We don't. We love your heroes. Think about it.
Facts, man. Thank you. Thank you for being so open, and it's so refreshing. I might have to move to Hong Kong. I understand you have an empty lounge upstairs. I'm like,
We have an empty lounge upstairs. You can come and do your podcast here. We only have 17% tax, half what you guys pay.
Amazing, amazing.
Amazing, right? Amazing. And we have the greatest infrastructure in the world, the best metro system there is, a very, very, very safe city, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Very conducive to business and living. We have very expensive real estate because we're a small city, but we'll figure that part out.
Of course, of course. What about smoking? Because I'm in the cigar business. I own a cigar
Yes.
company. Is it still frowned upon, or is it more open than the U.S.? Because it's so difficult here.
It's the same thing around the world, right? You just cannot smoke anywhere. And I think it's ridiculous, okay? I don't think, look, you're already taxing smoke products so much, right? You're already forcing them to put the ugliest of photos on their wrappers, right? But I think that, look, this is what pisses me off. Now, you're going to hear this then, okay? I fucking see pets. They're shitting everywhere, these bastards. They don't fucking pay tax. These bastard dogs everywhere, motherfucking cunt dogs, okay, everywhere. They don't fucking pay tax. They're shitting everywhere. These bastards. They're excreting gas which fucks the environment. They don't pay any fucking tax. There's no pet owners tax. Fucker us. We want to drive, we have to pay tax. We want to buy petrol, we have to pay tax. Fucking smokers can't smoke anywhere because they're cunts, even though they pay so much tax. So much goddamn tax to buy that smoking product. But the dogs get off scot-free. The pet owners. See, it's this PETA infiltrated shit. You know what I mean? That's infiltrated, and it was born in your country. Right?
I would love to argue with you, but I can't. So,
But do you understand what I'm saying? Now, I got nothing against pets, right? You know what I mean? I love pets. I love dogs and stuff. But you brought up the smokers. Why fuck the smokers? You tax them. And they can't even smoke anywhere. Okay? But you don't tax the dogs and they can shit everywhere.
you think we should start taxing pets and pet
owners, right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The dogs can shit anywhere, but they can't. But they don't pay tax. But you asked me about smokers. I gave you something great. They put Michael Vick in fucking jail. How much tax did he pay? You can understand the type of guy that I am.
I love it.
I'm all about you do whatever you want to do it. I don't want to fuck anybody. I don't want to impose anything on anybody. People want to fuck us, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? You brought up the smoking thing. I give you the most amazing answer ever I've given you.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. But it just sounds like there's just so much. Everyone always thinks of China and communism and or this society where you have no freedom. But it seems like it's quite the opposite. I feel like
we're so free. Come on, Hong Kong is such a free and open city. Look, if your idea of a democracy, okay, and the overwhelming majority of Americans' idea of a democracy is that you get to elect your own leader, then fine, we're not a democracy. But that doesn't bother us. Okay, we are completely open democracy. We have more checks and balances on everything than you guys have. That is proven over and over and over through the decades and stuff, year on year. We have a lot of checks and balances, overwhelming amount of checks and balances. And sometimes it's silly because we always have to prove ourselves to the rest of the world because we don't elect our leader. Because we don't elect our leader, we always have to work so hard on everything else because we have one supreme leader. Okay, but how is this different to other countries? And how is this different in history? This is not a new revelation, okay? This is something historical. There are dictatorships all over the world still in place. There have been dictatorships for centuries and centuries and centuries. It's only your country, right, is the land of the free and the home of the brave, born without a king. Do you understand what I'm saying? But you guys are always looking to impose your value set on others. You have such great pop culture, and it happily infects all of us, right? But why do you want to impose your value set on everybody else? Do you understand what I'm saying? We love you guys. Why always fucking why do you have this checklist for us? Why is it only if we check your boxes then you're cool with us? Right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right? So that's basically, I'm telling you, there's a lot of love for you guys here. We love you. You are the land of the free, the home of the brave. You are the land of Rocky and Rambo and Lance Armstrong and Michael Phelps and NBC and CBS and Fox, and we love you. We love everything. You invented McDonald's, you invented it all, Pepsi, Coke, Pizza Hut. Everything comes from you guys. You are so good. We love you. We'd be nothing without you, nothing. But why this checklist for Why can't we love you and also be us? No. Better we don't love you, we hate you, but we have to do your checklist stuff. But you understand what I'm saying?
I do. I
World
do,
is
man.
a place, right? Don't be so ethnocentric and stuff. Accept our love and accept how we are as well, that we're different.
Right. Right. Man,
Got a
what
lot of great material today to cut up. You know what I'm saying?
what a great conversation. I love the fact that we've spent some time together. I'd love to do this again. If you have time, you tell me
Yeah.
when you have time. I'd love to
Let's see the response.
let's see the response. So I hope that
Let's
people
see the product you put out. Let's drip feed some great stuff out together after you cut this up. Okay. And we can hone in on something different. You continue to watch my socials, see what else you want to talk about. We can talk about another topic. We can talk about the NFL. You know what I mean? We can talk about the World Cup. You get what I'm saying? We can talk about the midterms that are coming up. We can talk. I can talk to you about anything. You know what I mean? I'm well versed in everything. Right. One of the reasons that I'm successful is a guy walks in. He can be 21 working for Goldman Sachs. He can be 46 an entrepreneur, or 46 a partner at Deloitte. Okay, I understand the work culture. Okay, around him. I understand everything around him. However old he is, and whichever firm he's with, whichever industry he's in, and then I can build for him. I know exactly what suit he should wear, who his audience is going to be, how he will be conveyed, how he should be conveyed, how he wants to be conveyed. I know it all, brother. I'm the suit whisperer. You know what I mean? I talk to the fucking suit, but more people think that. I talk to the client and then I build the suit. You get what I'm saying?
I know that we haven't known each other that long. What would you see? And I'm not looking for a free consultation, but what would you see me if you can share that? What kind of suit would you see me? I'm 6 foot tall. I'm 300 pounds, a little bit under 300. So I'm big. But would you be able to share your initial reaction or what you would see me in?
Way, okay? I have said this to women for 2 decades. Okay, you cannot hide anything. Okay, the bigger you make your clothes, the bigger you're going to look. Okay, you might as well make yourself look sexy. Okay, all right, make yourself look sexy. All right, that is the best thing. If you make yourself look sexy and attractive, okay, men will be attracted to you. If you cover yourself up, there's nothing to be attracted about. Okay, make yourself attractive, show yourself off, because you cannot hide yourself. You can show yourself off, but you cannot hide yourself. There's no hiding in this world. All right. So you asked me a question about you. This is what I'm going to make you, what I would recommend. I want to do a Daniel Craig-esque houndstooth, gray houndstooth suit for you. Light gray houndstooth. Very light gray houndstooth. One button, narrow peak lapel, and really gift wrapped you. Okay? There's no point hiding yourself in an oversized 2-button black suit. And we're going to do this suit because you're going to send me your measurements to the measurement chart on my website. And I'm going to make you something amazing. I'm going to blow you away. And we're going to do this.
I love that. And the one button, there is maybe a little bit of controversy, or am I wrong here? I feel like a lot of people either don't understand the one button, or maybe not a lot of fashion designers do it. It's always, I've always seen, 3 buttons, and then Americans button, just the top two, and then Russians all three, or, that there's these stereotypes.
See, this is a thing, right? Okay. I encourage my clients to do whatever's comfortable for them. Okay. But people live by rules that they've boxed themselves into. Okay. You are the land of the free and the home of the brave, but you are the land of the boxed. You are the land of the rules. You have all these rules. You follow the rules that GQ staff writers who fucking don't know anything about anything. They're staff writers that spew out in bullshit filler articles. You know what I mean? Around the Leo DiCaprio cover article. All right. I'm in the trenches. 23 years, morning to night, day in, day out, Monday to Saturday, 6.5 days a week. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Day, my birthday, Easter fucking Sunday. I'm here. Okay? You want rules? I'll write you your own set after understanding who you are and where you are and who your audience is going to be. I'll write you the set of rules. Okay? Until then, just be free, my brother. Don't listen to anybody. Listen to your president. If President Biden tells you, Paul, I want you to dress this way, you listen to him. He's the fucking president.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't listen to some staff writer from GQ. Don't listen to some dick on the PATH train. Okay?
I love it. Well, I look forward to that because that just sounds so elegant. And I miss wearing suits. You know, as I was growing up, like I said, my first job was in a men's clothing store. I went to parochial school, private school, so we had to dress well. So it was great. It was a great fit. I buy clothes with a discount. It was fantastic. And then as I got into after college, I was a business broker, so we'd wear suits. It was always and you always feel so much better. And of course, these were pretty much off the rack. You know, I didn't know
Bro, I'm
about
going to blow your mind away. Okay? You need to, when we get off this call, send me your measurements with the measurement chart on my website. We should definitely do a chat like this again. Okay? I think that you're going to be following me more closely and stuff, and we can talk about pretty much anything again you want. And you can force a more, today was a lot more about getting to know me and stuff. And maybe next time you can force more of a narrative and stuff and maybe put me under a bit of pressure.
Oh, I will. So before I let you go, we're going to go to final thoughts. But
Yes.
maybe would you mind mentioning you've found yourself kind of in the spotlight in just the past week because you were discovered. I mean, you've been there all along, but you were somewhat discovered by your mom's house, which is Tom Segura and Christina P. Would you like to talk just a little bit about that, and then we can wrap it up?
I found it very interesting, and I'm going to give you a very different take. Okay, I am so glad that they had the balls. Okay, are you there? I'm so glad that they had the balls to go without my permission and take my content and talk about it and surprise me with it. I thought it was immense. I loved them. I think they were brilliant. They were just presenting what I'd already put out there and letting everyone interpret it for themselves, which I'm glad. Do you understand what I'm saying? I put out a video a year and a half ago or something, and it was discovered by a hate-filled tabloid here in Hong Kong, okay, which cut 59 seconds or 39 seconds of my video. I was in the middle of this skit with a client of mine in Scotland, okay, and they cut 30 seconds of this video and they put it out on their site and they wrote some garbage text about it, okay, and they forced their own narrative, which was complete bullshit. And I had to ask my lawyers to ask them to take it down after I asked them first and stuff, right? And stuff. And it didn't bother me because, you know, with fame comes hate, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? And it didn't bother me because everyone who knew me understood. I had already seen the original video and know that I'm having fun and whatever. And the world is a big place, brother. If the 7 billion people in the world, 7 billion don't want to buy from me, there's still 400 million people that do left over. You know how much is 400 million? I cannot even work with 4 million people. Okay? All right? I'm not there to make everyone happy. I'm there to make my clients happy. So hats off to these guys, whoever they are. I don't even know who they are, right? It's it's same thing with Richard Iotti, right? He came to my shop and then I got to know him, right? If Tom Segura came here, I'd get to know him and stuff. I'm not going to research him beforehand. I didn't research you. I didn't Google you. Nothing. You were just, we had a convo and you were cool. Do you understand what I'm saying? You were not full of yourself like how I'm full of myself and stuff. And, you know, hats off to them for finding my content, having the balls to put it up there, right? And just let people think what they want and go from there. I thought it was great. You know, no disclaimer, no permission in advance, and just being honest about it and not forcing their narrative. I thought it was awesome. I think that the viewership that we got on it is great. I think they have their own unique viewership, okay, which opens me up to a lot of people. And I think the only way we can judge is when our borders open and we'll see the flood that comes back to Hong Kong. But I'm grateful for that. And that's what I mean. You know, I always stumble into all these things. Every week it's some sort of adventure. Every week that I have some sort of adventure. I've been asked to speak at an NGO about to do with ethnic minorities in Hong Kong and so forth. And I'm hesitant to speak to them because they want me to be their guest of honor. I'm hesitant to speak to them because I don't know their history, right? And I don't know where they're going. Okay, and I'm not big on this ethnic minority bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I've never considered myself an ethnic minority. I've considered myself an Indian living in Hong Kong, right? I don't want to handcuff myself or handicap myself. And I have spoken to organizations before on this whole ethnic minority bullshit. I spoke to the Hong Kong Baptist University. Now, Hong Kong Baptist University invites you. It's our third best university in Hong Kong, after or up there. We have Hong Kong University, Chinese University of Hong Kong, Hong Kong Baptist University, City University, and the University of Science and Technology. So that's what we have here, right? That's our big five. That's your Harvard, Princeton, Yale, et cetera, right? These organizations, you know the history, you know that we're going. They invite you to speak. They invite you to come in and speak. You go and speak. And I told them that, I was asked to speak on gender, class, and culture and race. And I said that, I never consider myself an ethnic minority. I just don't. I'm not built that way. So what if I'm in the minority? I'm in the majority in so many other things. I'm not going to label myself that. I don't believe in this bullshit. And I say to people, I'm so tired of people using race. You think I haven't been exposed to racism growing up as an Indian in Hong Kong by British people, more so by British people in my youth than Chinese people now, right? But I hate the race card, man, and I never fucking use it, and I've never used it. You know what I mean? Stop using government and society and organizations to fight race. If someone is racist to you, fight him yourself. Stop being a fucking pussy. Why you let him say that shit to you and then you go and fucking rat him out to somebody else? And then you have society shit on it. Just slap the guy, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? And then move on. Yeah. It's so uncomfortable nowadays. You know what I mean? I'm a brown guy, happily. Call me brown. I'm an Indian guy, call me Indian. Call me that fucking Indian. Call me that tall bastard. That's me, man. I'm fucking tall and I'm brown and I'm Indian. You know what I mean? And I'm a human being and stuff. I hate the race card. I never use it. I can't stand people using that shit. Running to this race card stuff. Look, we're built differently here, brother. You know what I mean? We're just built differently here. You get what I'm saying?
I love it. No, you and I, a lot of parallel.
I mean, my uncle taught me long ago. We're in fucking China. This is their country. What do you want? What the fuck you want to carve out for yourself here? You know what I mean? Play by the rules, profit, and move on. Enjoy your life. I'm eating. I'm not handicapped. I'm eating. I have 3 beautiful children. I'm eating and I'm in China. And I'm paying 17% tax. What the fuck? How much are you paying? Right?
A lot more.
You understand what I'm saying? But it's their nation, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? If I'm not happy with it, I can go home. I'm here to contribute, brother. I'm here to contribute. That's what I'm here to do.
Wonderful. Well, I wish you continued success. Again, I know that social media is not new to you, but it's you're using it fantastically well. I love how you use social media, and that's something else I'd love to talk to you about maybe at our next conversation. Because people can learn from this how to use social media to promote their business.
Let's put out this product, okay? All right, this getting to know each other sort of stuff. Let's see the response. If the response is overwhelming, like it was with Your Mama's House and Tom Segura, then yes, let's do it again. He's put out another video yesterday with me featured in it as well. If you saw it.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, go on over to YMH, Your Mom's House. Check out the videos with Roshan. They are hilarious. And of course, they're a little bit out of context in that they're not showing everything. There's so much more than just ass grabbing and ass slapping and this almost perverse type of guy that... But just so you know, if when we meet, you have full permission to slap my ass, and
I will. I will be pinching you. I mean, you got to say yourself. I have no script, and I go live every day. Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, they have a team of writers, directors, producers. I just go live every single day. You know what I mean? Every morning in my stream, I'm ready to rock and roll. And in my videos, I mean, who says this? I'm going to get on my knees because they make them short in Japan. I mean, where does that stuff come from? You know what I mean? At least we can say it here. You know what I mean? And then a Japanese young Yakuza ass. Where does this shit come from? I have no idea.
That was hilarious.
You talk about freedom. You talk about dictatorship. You talk about freedom in China. We have freedom to speak in China, bro. I'm telling you. There's no libel here. Japanese young boy Yakuza ass. There's no libel here. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's freedom that is freedom of speech. Okay?
And by young boy, we mean over 18. So
we're all over 18, yes. You know what I mean? I'm an old man, you know what I mean?
That was a beautiful suit, by the way. And I think the lining had cranes or had something Japanese.
Cranes, man. Japanese crane. We nailed it.
Nailed it. And again, I even have more questions. Lining, like you do half linings. I don't know if that's something that's
lining, minimalistic. We do it all.
Amazing. Folks, do yourselves a favor and go over to Sam's Tailor, samstailor.com. Also visit Sam's Tailor on Instagram.
At Sam's Tailor. That's the best place.
Sam's Tailor. Give Roshan a follow. And do you have any final thoughts? I feel like we've already covered everything, but if you have any final thoughts, anything else you'd like to promote, and then I'll wrap it up and I'll let you go, man.
I think I'm great. I think we had a great call. We've spoken for an hour and a half. That should give you plenty of content for your first podcast and stuff. And if your audience likes me, I'd be happy to do this again with you. I'm very much paid forward guy. I also want to make you a suit and stuff. Let's see if that's an arc that we can pursue, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Wonderful. And I don't know if you heard me say this earlier, but a few people left us messages, and Sam's is legendary. Paul, I tried to send you a photo of my husband's shirt from Sam's today, but it wouldn't post. My husband had the most amazing experience in that shop in Hong Kong. And then Frankie J says, I want a suit coat and khakis like Leroy Jethro Gibbs from MCIS. So hopefully people will reach out to you and connect with you. But more importantly, I think that the world just needs to know who you are. And I thank you. I sincerely thank you for
grateful to you.
With me.
Listen, brother, I'll be honest with you, right? I just have a feeling about people and stuff. I was talking to you about this NGO, and I don't have a feeling about them. I found it odd, and so forth. And I've done a lot of work with on BBC, CNN, Channel News Asia, ABC Australia, New China News Agency, the local TV here, every network globally I've worked with and stuff. I had a great feeling about you, and we got off to a great start, and I was excited to talk with you today.
Wonderful. My goodness, I want to talk to you about yoga. I feel like you must do yoga because you have this incredible body under that suit. So it makes it very easy for you to wear these suits, but that's for another show.
Again, I work very hard to look the way I look.
You look amazing, my friend.
I forego breakfast every day, have a healthy lunch maybe every day, and exercise a lot every day. Okay.
I might have to slap your ass when I see you. So.
Nobody seems to be grabbing my ass ever.
Well, folks, again, my name is Paul Vato, and I want you to please follow Roshan across all of his social media, Sam Tailor. Also follow me. Just go to paulvato.com. My new book just dropped, The Kama Sucia, which is a parody on a sex manual. You can go to vato.tv. It takes you right there. It's only $10 and helps support the podcast. But more importantly, follow Roshan. And Roshan, again, thank you so much for being for being here. Blessings
to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Great stuff. I can start my day now. God bless you, my friend. I'm going to turn off, correct?
Yeah. A round of applause, everyone. Please send applause. But yeah, we can end it now. I'll end the show.
God bless you, my friend. We'll talk again tomorrow, okay? We'll touch base then.
Chat tomorrow. You got it,
I'll post this video on my Insta and send you an invitation to collaborate, okay?
I would love it. Yes, if you have any...
Thank you, dear friend. Take care.
Okay, take care, my friend. Take care.
Good job. All good, Paul?
All good. All good.
I'll see you now. I'll get on with my day, all right?
Yes, sir, Roshan. Thank you.
Thank you.
That tuned in. Again,
God bless you, dear friend.
Thank you, my dear friend.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Talk to you tomorrow. Well, folks, that was Roshan Melwani, owner of Sam's Tailoring, third generation owner of Sam's Tailoring in Hong Kong.